Should I go to Thailand? Should I teach in Thailand? Is it worth it? Am I qualified to teach in Thailand? Is it worth it or is it not worth it? Am I wasting my time? And basically, holistically, coming from somebody who's taught in many different schools and has lived in Thailand for 4 years, I would say 100%. What's up, guys? Today I'm coming to you with something different. I normally have my travel content, and that's why today I'm not out and about with my action camera, but rather I'm sitting in front of you guys. No YouTube studio, just natural lighting and my camera, my cell phone, my iPhone. So don't expect too much in terms of video quality, but this is an important message or something that's been on my heart that I thought that I would share with you guys. So yeah, let's get into it. For the past 4 years, I've been living in Thailand and teaching in Thailand and traveling in Thailand. And I am a qualified teacher. I have a teaching license from my country and qualified teacher. I also, when I arrived in Thailand, I got my TEFL course. So I do have a TEFL and a degree and the degrees in education. And today I just want to talk about 3 things basically. So there are 3 things that I would like to talk to you guys today about teaching in Thailand in general. And both my wife and I are qualified teachers. We both have teaching licenses from different countries. She has a teaching license and an education degree from the Philippines, and I have an education degree and a teaching license from my country. And we both have TEFL courses, but my wife also has a ECD certificate, so she's got a degree. And what's out there for you guys? There's a couple of different options. So we're going to cover 3 things in this video. Right at the end, number 3, we'll cover whether it's worth it or not, and just generally how you should look at your experience holistically. But the first thing and the second thing we're going to look at is what's available for you guys. What are your options? And the second thing we're going to look at is what do you need to teach in Thailand? And then thirdly, holistically, is it worth it or not? So first thing we'll get into it is what do you need to teach in Thailand? So the first thing now, recently, and I say recently, I'm talking about post-COVID, so 2020, even 2019, they started to change the benchmark for teaching in Thailand. You needed to have a degree in any field. So at the moment, you need a degree in any field. So in 2016, in 2015, 2016, 2017, you were able to just get a TEFL course or a TESOL course and maybe have some certificates of training or something, and you'd be able to get placement. However, to get a work permit in Thailand as a foreigner, you now need to have a degree. The degree can be in any field. Now, having an education degree, it benefits you in the sense of what schools you can apply it, and in terms of you become a bit more desirable than other candidates. I will go further and say that if you have a PGCE, I think that puts you at the top of the pile. So the first thing is degree. Now, for somebody like me who has an education degree and I have a TESOL course, it kind of means that I'm trained to teach both in Thailand. I'm in a Thai school and an international school. However, I am currently teaching at a Thai private school, and we'll get into that in the second thing I'm going to talk about. But continuing with what you will need a degree in any field. Having any kind of teaching experience helps you. And what I will say is that don't expect that everyone will get the same amount of money. So if you have, for example, I'm from South Africa, so because South Africa is no longer considered native English speaking, even though I am native English speaking because my family is British. However, South Africa have 11 official languages, and they will look at that, and you might need to take a TOEIC, which is a test of English on an international standard, or I'm not sure of the exact terminology. I'll put it up here. You will need to take a TOEIC test every 2 years if you are non-native. The countries that are native, considered to be native, are still, I think, Canada, America, United States, England, basically anywhere in the UK, Canada, and New Zealand and Australia. There can be more. I'll post them up here, those that are considered to be native English speakers. In terms of different types of schools and options available, there's actually even language centers, so it's not just schools, but so you get a Thai government school, you get a bilingual school, which is a often private school, which is still Thai private school or a Thai bilingual school, and then you get international schools, and then you get learning centers. And the money, how much you get paid, the salary is vastly different between a Thai government school, for an example, and if you have to compare that to the salary of an international school. Now, having an education degree as well as or a PGCE, as well as your TESOL, as well as teaching experience, you can just apply at an international school if you want to. I'm not teaching at an international school, but that's for personal reasons. At the moment, I prefer to be teaching in a Thai school managed by Thai administrators, but you can apply for an international school. If you have a different degree in engineering, psychology, just any other degree, I would say that you would start off as either applying at an international school as a specialist teacher, for example, robotics, or mathematicians, or if that's what your degree is in, you stand a strong chance of qualifying to teach in an international school. You don't necessarily need a teaching degree to get into an international school. However, having a teaching degree and a teaching license helps you get your Thai teaching license, and that helps you teach in international schools. The Thai teaching license is Pusapa. You get 3 waivers of 2 years. Thereafter, you need to study modules, and depending on your qualification, that will determine how many modules. But there's a lot to get into, and it will not be discussed in this video. So your options are international school, Thai private schools, or Thai bilingual schools, or Thai government schools, or learning centers. Learning centers often offer quite flexible teaching hours, so you could start in the late afternoon, but you'll 99% of the time have to work on Saturday and Sunday. So those are things to take into consideration, and there are differences. Salaries can range from, for Western teachers, 35,000 baht to about 45 to 50,000 in a Thai government school or a Thai bilingual school. International schools often start with 50 or 55 up to 80, or even up to about 150. It depends on what school and your level of qualification and your level of experience. So the last thing that I want to talk about, the third thing, is looking at it from a holistic point of view and thinking whether it's worth it or not, and looking at the pros and cons. I'll just post the pros on this side and the cons on this side, but I'm just going to run through it quite quickly because there's so much to get into. So I'm just going to run through the pros. I would say Thailand pays you a competitive salary. I wouldn't say it's way up there, but it's competitive salary. So you could look at that as a pro or a con. Competitive salary. The pro is quality of life. Thailand is really pretty. It's safe. So you've got quality of life. You've got a competitive salary that you're able to live off if you're living like a local in Thailand, not necessarily living like somebody who's on holiday in Thailand, like a tourist. The spending habits are different. So if you live like a local, the salaries are competitive. So that I would say is maybe a positive. Competitive salary and quality of life. A con, for example, is longer working hours. That's maybe a con. I work from 7. I sign in at 7 a.m. I sign out at 4:15. So that's maybe a con. Another con is being away from family and friends. If that's not an issue for you, then that's not a con. But being away from family and friends, especially during Christmas time, like now today, the 26th of December, and yeah, My wife is working, many schools are open. I'm lucky enough to be off, and that's why I'm doing this. But yeah, so family and friends, longer work hours. On is maybe a competitive salary. It's not a great salary because you're sacrificing your life in another country. So you need to look at it whether it's you're leaving your country to make more money, or if you're leaving your country just to experience and travel and see another place. Another con is long-term job security and visa security and citizenship and long-term residency. These are issues because from my knowledge, you cannot get any citizenship. You can get a long-term visa and you can get a lifetime cruciper or a 5-year cruciper license, and you can renew that. So you can stay here for a very long time, but you can also very easily be told you need to go home. So if you have an issue with your school, or if your school doesn't renew your contract, you can be working here for 12, 15 years, and the school can say, well, you know what, we don't want to employ you anymore, we're not going to renew your contract. And then you have to look for another school. And if you can't find another school, very often you will just need to go home, and you've built a whole life here. So that's a huge con. So long-term job security, things like pension, long-term job security, and long-term residential status are some of the issues that you'll come into. And I'm not going to get into all of that in this video because I won't be able to, but just quickly weighing up the pros is competitive salary, considering you live like a local, quality of life. Thailand's pretty. It's just such a nice country to live in and to explore. So it's such a privilege to be able to also work here. So that's a positive thing for us, considering holistically. Myself, my wife, my baby. We have a baby born in Thailand, and holistically, whether it's worth it or not, I'd say 100% it's worth it. You just need to be conscious of the steps you follow and your reason for working here. For example, when I first came to Thailand, I said to myself, I'm going to work here for a few years just to be able to, travel and see the world and vlog. However, I got married, I had a baby, and things just changed. And now I'm here with the mindset that I'm going to do as much as I can. I'm going to work as hard as I can to stay here for as long as I can. It's all about you and your preferences. Many people come to Thailand just for a few years, and they teach. And I won't get into the teaching logistics in comparison to a Western country or other Asian countries. I'm not going to get into that in this video, but I'll just say, looking at holistically, 100%, one of the best things you can do as somebody who's looking to either travel a lot or somebody that enjoys teaching. And if you have a teaching degree, Thailand is a really good place to come and teach. And for me, it's the best decision that I've made. And you just need to be conscious of why you're coming to Thailand. For example, I told you, for me, I came here, I said I would work here for a while, but situations changed. I got married to a Filipino woman who's now teaching in a different school. She's a head teacher in one of the schools, and our life has just changed because, what we came to Thailand for is not exactly why we're here right now. Right now we're here, we're going to make a good life, we're going to try our best to be here and to do our best and to stay here for long. But it wasn't why we initially came to Thailand. So I would say 100%, if you're considering it, even just 0.5% considering it, I would say do it. I would just say, when you arrive, or when you seek out teaching positions, or when you do research, like watching this video, for example, he's doing research. When you do your research, just try and understand why are you coming here, because it will make, when you're here, it will make a lot of difference. It will determine how you live your life. When I came here for a couple of years, I said I'll work for a few years just to see the world, to travel, to see something new, to gain experience. And my mindset was different. So I would go out and I would go to Samui and I would go to KPG, I'd go to the islands because I wanted to experience as much as possible. And I would be spending my whole salary just being out and about. And now I've got a baby and I've got a wife, and things are different, and I'm living in Thailand, I'm earning the same salary, and my whole life is different because now I'm saving. My money is going towards pension, my money is going towards car insurance, bought a car, which is something that you don't necessarily need to ever do if you're coming here only for a few years. But when you arrive and you decide you're coming here for this reason, it determines the path you take and what type of life you want to live. So I would 100% say do it. And you never know, you might fall in love with someone or the country, or you might come here as a couple. So if you're considering it, if you're on the fence, or I would say 100% do it. And if you have any questions regarding the processes, and it changes quite often, and I can provide another video on that. This video is just for you guys. Should I go to Thailand? Should I teach in Thailand? Is it worth it? Am I qualified to teach in Thailand? Is it worth it, or is it not worth it? Am I wasting my time? And basically, holistically, coming from somebody who's taught in many different schools, and has lived in Thailand for 4 years, I would say 100% it's a good thing to do. Yeah, if you want any more questions or anything, just drop a message in the comments, or just let me know what other videos you guys will like. And normally I provide just vlogs about my travel experiences, but I wanted to focus a little bit on, yeah, should I teach in Thailand? Yes or no? Pros, cons, and qualifications and processes, and whether or not it's a good idea. So thanks for watching, guys.